Over the last few weeks, we've been in a series called Pillars for Life, and we've been exploring Micah chapter 6, verse 8, which, as a reminder, says, He has shown you, O mortal, what is good and what the Lord requires of you, that you do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. This last Sunday, we talked about the walking humbly with your God and what that means. And going for walks is one of my favorite things. And usually I use that time to catch up on podcasts, to listen to music, to kind of clear my head, but almost always I will break out my Killer Deluxe handy dandy earbuds and I'll pop them in my ears and just kind of disconnect and go. But lately I have found that I'm actually craving using that time to actually be with a person. And I like to go for walks with my daughter. I like to go for walks with my wife. I go for walks with my grandkids. And when I do that, I specifically take out my earbuds. And one of the reasons I do that, and it might be completely silly, but I take my earbuds out so that I can be present with the person that I'm walking with. Earbuds are phenomenal for being able to listen to a podcast or listen to music or listen to something on the radio. What is the radio? To listen to something, but they're really bad for allowing us to engage with another person. And I found myself really being drawn towards these walks with my wife or with my daughter, with a grandkid, for the express purpose of wanting to hear from them and wanting to engage and to have conversation and just to be. And what I'm finding is that that whole idea of, even though I love to go on walks with my earbuds in, I would rather defer my right and preference to do that in order to spend time with a loved one, because those are times that are special, and those are times that are precious, and those are times that are powerful, and those are times that something significant happens. And sometimes there's nothing, like you look at it, and this is the day we decided this, or this is the time she told me that. No, it's just the time of being with someone who you know and love and care deeply for, and having that time together is a great encouragement. I come away feeling recharged. I come away feeling alive. I come away feeling just that spark from having been with a loved one. And it made me think about the context of walking humbly with our God, that it's possible for us to be thinking that we're engaging with and paying attention to God in our relationship with Him. But this whole invitation of doing justly, loving mercy, walking humbly with our God has a lot to do with deferring to His agenda for our life and being willing to lay aside our own preferences at times to be more fully present, to put down the distractions, to put down the things that are worries or areas of conflict or things that are bugging us, and just to be able to be with Him. And in doing so, I wish I could say, and then every time something significant or major is going to happen. But it's really not, the goal is not to get something from God, it's to be with Him and to spend that time together. And just the same way as I have coffee with God in the morning, as I'm drinking that, I'm not like, okay, you've got 30 more seconds or 3 more sips until you can accomplish what you want to accomplish in me. It's more, I'm going to invest this time because I know doing so, I can't spend time with you, God, and not come away changed and not come away different. And in a lot of ways, it's the same with our loved ones, but even more specially and more powerfully with our God. And He invites us to do this. And He's not a yeller. He's not one that insists this is how it's gonna be. You're gonna like it, or you're gonna learn to like it. It's just how it has to be. He invites us, and then He leaves it to us. And I wanted to encourage you to consider deferring some of the rights or even the preferences that you may have over this next week. And maybe it's you go for a walk in silence and you just invite, hey, Jesus, let's walk together. Let's go. And maybe He's not going to be right next to you. He's not. He's going to be walking with you in spirit. But as we do that, trust that that time with Him is actually a metaphor for our lives and what it looks like for us every single day to acknowledge Him, to put Him first, to put His words first, and to really align ourselves with His voice so that we're hearing and responding to it and not just going on autopilot, or maybe one ear with an earbud in and the other ear with, I'm kind of paying attention, kind of not, but really choosing to engage with Him. There's something that God wants to do inside of us that is not going to be worked out as we would give Him halfway attention. He deserves full attention. He deserves our focus. He deserves us. And He's inviting us to relationship, an ongoing, intimate relationship where we can know Him and be known as well. And as we're with Him, we can know we'll be changed and He'll be transformed more and more like Him. Enjoy your day and enjoy your walks.